All right, so I had to make this video. I just finished making the first video of the year, and it was actually a little bit later in the day than I thought it was, so I just was gonna run out to grab lunch really quick, and it's nice outside, so I decided to stop at Goodwill, which is right by where I was going. Goodwill has like been terrible for quite a while now. I'm sure everyone's aware of that, but man, I friggin' hit the jackpot. Depends on what you would qualify as jackpot. I gotta back up real quick for a minute here. So there's a video game store like dedicated to, resale video games, and they have like board games and a lot of, I think the card games and like Warhammer stuff. So a store all dedicated to gaming, which is great. It's not super far; it's like half an hour away, and we go there a couple times a year. Well, my son and I drove down last Saturday, only to discover that they're closed permanently, which was a huge bummer. I will say there's not a lot of video game stores, like retro stores, around where I live. You know, I watch some people that do videos that they have all these great stores, and I'm so jealous because we just don't have that. And I'm in a pretty populated area, so it's very frustrating. Why don't we have video game stores? So the fact that this one closed was like a huge disappointment. I'm like, oh man, bummer. That's like one of our best like hunting ground spots, right? So they close. Okay, that's a great start to the year. So then, either last night or two nights ago, maybe, I got an email saying that my GameStop is closing, and this GameStop's literally like 3 minutes down the road from my house. And I know there's tons of issues with GameStop, and I appreciate all those, and I don't disagree with people that have issues with GameStop, but it's still a game store, and I liked going in just to see what they had. Ours sometimes got a few retro games. They weren't great about it, but I've picked up some stuff from there, so, I go. It's GameStop, I get it, but I go there. It's so close to just, look around, right? Well, they're closing, so we're within the first week. Today's like, what? Is it today's the 7th, the 6th or 7th? I can't tell days. But we're within the first week of 2026, and 2 stores in my area, like 2 of the only ones, are closing. And I'm starting to think, I'm like, this year could kind of suck for game collecting for me, because it's already difficult enough. Prices are, you guys know, if you collect, it's just they're kind of ridiculous for the most part, and it's just a bummer. And now with the stores closing, I'm like, what am I gonna do? So anyways, getting back to where I started, I just stopped at Goodwill. It sucked for a year at least, if not more. I still have never gone to their website. I think it's just called Goodwill Finds. I don't even care what it's called. I'm not going to go. I refuse to buy from their auction site because it's like a whole extra layer of greed that they've added on. I mean, they're getting these games for free. People that have no idea what these are worth are dropping off their old kids collections that have left, and dropping these off at the door for free. And they have the audacity to send them off to online to like get maximum dollar out of it, instead of like letting people that enjoy the hobby collect. I wouldn't even care, like I said in a video, if they were to research it and some of these games are like, oh, hey, this game's worth $100, maybe we shouldn't sell it for $5, and they sold it for more in the store, I'd be okay with that. But I refuse to do the online thing through them. Anyways, long tangent there. I walked in, and they had a whole ton of games. And of course, the vast majority are sports titles for, every system that they, all the Xboxes and PlayStation. It's just sports titles. They always have a ton of Wii. That's all the shovelware, all that kind of shenanigans. So usually that's all that there is. Today was very different. And let's go over what I got. I'm very excited about this. I had to make a separate video. I still will include these at the end of the month in the whole games pickups, but I got to do a video for this because I'm actually kind of excited. And after the start to this year, I feel like this was like kind of like a little bit of ray of hope that things might go well. So the first one is Need for Speed Most Wanted. I'm going to go through the PS2 ones first because I love PS2. It is complete in box, which is super nice. This is the only one I'm not going to count towards the collection though, as another one, because I have this. But the one I have is the one that's part of a set. So the manual on that is actually just black and white, and this is the full color one. So what I think I might actually, and the covers are slightly different, like the EA is like over here. I'll take a picture and put it in the video. So I'm not sure if I want to keep both because they're like a variant cover. If anything, I'll get rid of the other one. Just because this is the standalone with the full color manual, and it's all these games, by the way. I was impressed with the condition they're in. They're very nice. This one's the worst because these stickers are some of the worst to clean off because they're inside and usually they're taped to the cover art, which is just super frustrating. But I can get them off. I'm very delicate with these giant hands, and I can make it work. So yeah, that was cool. And also this, for whatever reason, I did write down the prices for the video for fun. All the games there were $4.99, so I'm $5 a piece. This one, I don't know if this is accurate. And I also used price charting just really quickly so I could get some kind of idea what the prices are on the games. And they had it at $30. That can't be right, guys, right? So I don't know. I'm going to say, just for the sake of this video, either way, I'm sure it's worth, or goes for more than $5 on eBay. I didn't even look at eBay. I just wanted to look up prices quick. So yeah, there's that one. The rest of these I don't have. So anytime I find PS2 games on the wild for like good price, like $5 good price, that are complete, I get very excited. The first one is The Incredibles Rise of the Underminer. I see The Incredibles all the time. All the time. I've never seen this in the wild. I didn't know this was a thing. So yeah, super pumped. I don't know. That's all I have to say. Just super excited. Then Tech and the Power of Juju. Once again, a game I'm aware of. I just didn't have it in the collection. And bam, complete them. I mean, these are all, seriously guys, these are super nice condition. All the manuals, everything. I'm assuming most of these probably came from one poor schmuck that dropped them off, didn't know, it's probably, whatever. Whatever, I'm assuming that's what happened. The next one is World Destruction League Thunder Tanks. And I have no idea what this is. It doesn't look like maybe it is like a Twisted Metal type knockoff. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. Once I got a lot of cleaning too. I actually like cleaning up the games. It's kind of cathartic. I'll put on like some, TV show or something to sit down for a while and get all my cleaning stuff out and cleans up. I'll probably do that tonight. But yeah, super nice. Very excited about that. And the last one, this one too, I was surprised I didn't have this in my collection. I think I've probably just never either seen it with the manual or it was just more expensive at a GameStop or somewhere, wherever I've seen it before. But yeah, for $5, fantastic. It's the Avatar game, The Last Airbender, I should say, because since the James Cameron Avatar is like probably a bigger franchise at this point. I don't know. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And then I picked up a couple others. Believe it or not, they had other games that weren't sports games. So I just seen them there, and for $5, I get that little itch where I've got to pick them up. So the first one is Overlord for Xbox. I don't know what this is. I do know that it looked cool. It looks like not a sports game. So I picked it up. It looks like it could be up my alley. I've never played it. And fun fact, Xbox 360 is the most modern Xbox system I have down here in the game room. So I can play this. I'll give it a shot sometime. But it looks cool. It looks like, fantasy stuff. And once again, if it was more expensive or if it wasn't complete, I don't know. I probably would have passed. But it was $5 and it's complete in box. The manual's in good shape. And I did look this one up too. It goes for about $15 online, so a third of the cost. I mean, I count that as a win, even if I don't get to it anytime soon. And the last two are PlayStation 3 games, guys. This one I've never heard of, but once again, not a sports title, and it looks interesting. It's Mini Ninjas. It could be a little fun game to play. I don't know. It looks kind of chibi on the back. So, I don't know. Never heard of it, but yeah, that's cool. And once again, all these games, super clean, super complete. I just have to clean up sticker residue and stuff on the outside for all of them. But yeah, very nice. And then the last game, guys, this is the one I just can't believe this was on the shelf. It's not expensive. This is actually one of the cheaper games I got, but I have wanted this game for well over a year. I saw somebody talk about it in a video, how it's kind of like a hidden gem and it like all the merits of the game. I have a dry erase board down here in the game room over on the wall that I try to write down games that look interesting that I want to add to the list to pick up eventually. And this has been on that wall for over a year. And I've seen it on eBay. I looked up on eBay, of course, right away. And I think it's only goes between like $15, $20, plus $5 shipping or whatever on eBay. So it's not expensive. But I just never pulled the trigger on it because I'm like, well, I'm not going to get to it right now. And there's a ton of copies. This isn't a rare game or anything. But to find it, it was just sitting there on the shelf for $5. I was like, oh my God, I feel like this is like the luckiest moment. So anyways, the game is called Enslaved: Odyssey to the West. And yeah, there's the price sticker. Very, like, once you, again, very clean. Besides the Goodwill sticker on this, there's like nothing on it. Like a little bit of permanent marker that I can get right off. And then, yeah, the manual, everything super clean. Super clean. It was just like, huge score for $5. I got Enslaved. Come on. That is a great start to the year. It doesn't make up for the fact that 2 stores are closing, but it gives me a little bit of hope that maybe this year won't be the worst year in video game collecting. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I had to share this, guys. I hope you guys had a good day. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. All right, guys. So I'm editing the video. And of course, I forgot to talk about what I wanted to talk about because I wrote down all the prices, you know, roughly what they are on price charting, which, okay, they're probably not 100% accurate. That's fine. But the price charting came out to about $115, and I paid about $43 at Goodwill. So, you know, less than half of what price charting had on all those games combined. So yeah, super happy with the pickups today. Maybe a glimmer of hope for this year. We'll see. Anyways, thanks, guys.